ball signaled by the umpire.
Yeah, हजुर सुन्नुस् त
40 for the loss
यो
of
मान्छेले
1.
हेर्नुस् त यता कतै आएको थियो चिन्नुहुन्छ यसलाई
Picks up here the 40 for the loss of 1. And Lewis.
यो मान्छेलाई नचिन्ने त
First
पुरै
over
भएन
from this
नि
end. Comes in now. Bolts the
यति
Bertel.
सजिलो यो मान्छेलाई कहाँ
Tries
पुग्न
into the
सक्छ
onside. First over from this end. Comes off the fence. Bolts the Bertel. Bertel. Teddy Bishop tries into the onside. And the long on comes off the fence. And Teddy Bishop into the gloves of the keeper there. Got to come forward to collect that one to the gloves of the keeper there. But very important greens were added. Come forward to collect that one. Total remains on 40. Very important greens were added for 1. Total remains on 40.
मेरो
That's for 1 back.
मेरो घरमा राखेको हली हो हेर्नुस् न रौसी खाएर मेरो हातै भाँच्यो त्यही भएर मैले पनि यसलाई चाहिँ खोज्दै हिँडेको
लु गजब हो तपाईको र मेरो समस्या एउटै रहेछ
Sherman Lewis. Here he is in. Sherman time. Kumar looking to punch to the offside. Didn't get any batter on the ball. Kumar looking to punch to the offside. Didn't get any batter on the ball. And that one went comfortably into the keeper's gloves. So we're into this the 5th over, 41 on the board, 197 the target. Lewis looking to pick up that wicket for the Windward Islands. Bowls to Kumar. Kumar's nice shot. Well guided off the hip and into that fine leg fence. 4 runs and taking his tally to 5, and it's 45 now for the loss of 1. Bertel, who's on 11, leans on his bat at the non-striker's end as Lewis pumps and comes in out the ball and wraps him on the pad. Is a loud appeal, but that one looks as if it was somewhere down the leg side, and Kumar fights on quite naturally. Total remains at 45.
एउटा सानो घटनालाई लिएर यति धेरै सोच्नु हुँदैन नि भन्दा
So Kumar is on
धेरै
4.
सोच्यो भने नि
Bertel is
कि
on
त त्यो
11.
मान्छे साइन्टिस्ट बन्छ कि त त्यो मान्छे सेन्टिफ्ल्याट हुन्छ
Sherman Lewis in this the 5th over, his second.
अब मेरो दिमागले सोच्नु पर्ने होइन तिम्रो आफ्नो दिमागले सोच्नु पर्ने हो तर भन्दा यसरी सोचेर व्यवहार चाहिँ चल्दैन के घरमा मरेको मान्छे बाँच्छ भने पनि एक घुटको पानी छैन कसैले 1000 रुपैयाँ दिन्छु एक घुटको पानी छ भने पनि पानी छैन त्यसैले सोच्दै सोच्दै
Takes a
धारामा
couple
जाऊ
steps down and
सोच्दै पानी
held back there by Lewis. Saw
सोच्दै
the
सोच्दै
batter
गाडीमा
advancing
पानी
and
बोकेर
decided
आऊ
just to
तिम्रो
pull
सोच्ने
back a
काम
bit.
पनि हुने
In
मेरो
the
पानी
end, he
ल्याउने
had
काम पनि
no
हुने
choice but just to punch it into the
अब
offside.
त्यति पानी त आफै ल्याउनुस् न बाबा
And
मान्छेलाई यहाँ कस्तो तनाव भइरहेछ
ए भान्जाले
single
तनाव
process.
भइरहेछ
he's on the
त्यसो भए
side.
अहिले
Total
जुगार
now
गर्ने
up to
बेला
46
पनि
for the loss of
एक
1.
मुठी कोदा पिठो
So
एक चिम्ची
151
नुन
required.
दिन्छु अनि त्यही
As we
साथी
enter the
सम्झेर
5th over.
भुक्कै बक्सेस हुन्छ
15 to go after this one. So they will require a run rate
लगाएर त
just over 10 runs required here to overcome this.
कति ल्याङ गर्ने
Nepalese team.
सानो काम अराउँदाखेरि सबै यसरी
Sherman Lewis.
सम्झिने भन्दालाई मैले यो घरमा कसरी टिकाइरहेको छु
Comes in now. This
सम्झिँदाखेरि
time to
पनि
Bertel.
बेग लाएर आउँछु
And Bertel tries. Lovely. They're coming around. And return coming in. The bowler was not there to pick up immediately. But in the end, just a single. And that's the end of over number 5. And the end of it is 47 for the loss of 1. And with another 15 to go. Exactly 10 runs scored required. 150. The total required by this Nepal team to earn victory in this the first practice game here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where they're taking on the Windward Islands Volcanoes. And it's a Volcanoes team certainly packed with a lot of talent. Sunil Lambris not with the outfit. Understand that he's injured. And nonetheless, posted a decent total here today. A total of 196, just 4 runs short for the 200. But
So guys,
The Park Hill playing field is not the largest of grounds, but quite a good facility. And Nepal certainly will be looking to get as close as possible.
that was a cool क्याच ड्रप भएको छ यहाँ कुर्सल फुटेको यो सँगै 6 ओभर 5 ओभरमा 47 रन भएको छ नेपालको स्कोर कार्डमा एकदम मिस्टेक
Hold on to it. And a chance there for Bertel. He's not out on 12. Total is on 47 for the loss of 1 as Redhead comes in once again. And this delivery is shots and good shots. That's 6 uppercuts over third man. And 6 runs there from Bertel. Dug in there from Redhead. And got the bats under, up and over, so to speak. And 6 well-taken runs. Putting the 50 on the board here for Nepal. They're now 53 for the loss of 1. And 18 runs now to Bertel. Redhead. Races in. And this delivery, driving high, hard, is gonna get pretty close to the fence. 1 bounce, 2 bounces, and I believe that's 4 runs. It is 4 runs. So, shot over extra cover there for Bertel. And taking Redhead to the cleaners for those last 2 deliveries. It's now 57 for 1. And Bertel is on to 22. Redhead comes in. And this one, again, good shot. Under it. Over the third man fence for 6 more. So it's becoming quite an expensive over here from Redhead. Captain Melius now going and having a quick chat with the Redhead, tapping him on the back. But the attack is definitely on here from this Nepal team. They're now 63 for 1. And this is the 6th over, maintaining that 10 runs per over. And Redhead, at this point in time, needs to have a settled head, as he will now, well, abort his run as the batter was certainly not ready. There's some field changing that is taking place. Fielder going right back on that deep backward point boundary. There's a point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, as Redhead comes in down. Bowls to Bertel, drives down to mid-on, and quickly taken single. It is. And 1 more to the total, 64 for the loss of 1 wicket. And since the departure of Asif, who was quite aggressive, Bertel certainly taking up the challenge here for Nepal. Redhead turns at the top of his mark and breaks into stride. Comes in. This time bowls to Kumar. He's bowling. Slow delivery it is. He played all over it. And good comeback there from Redhead, deceiving the batsman in the process. And he was certainly bamboozled, as we said. Loss of wicket number 2 there for Nepal is 64 for 2. And quite a nice, decent delivery there from Nicholas Redhead. He got a few sticks early on in the over. Some big heaves from the bat of Bertel. And in the end, with a settled head, if you can say that, deceiving Kumar and bowling him in the process with a slow delivery. It's 64 for the loss of 2. Nepal chasing a target of 197. So, a new batsman coming to the crease. And I believe that's Captain Rohit Kumar, it is, yes. Captain coming to the crease there for Nepal. So it's going to be, looks like Larry Edwards who's going to pick up the attack from the southern end for the Wooden Islands Volcanoes. And this time we bowl into Bertel. As punching up the gloves to Bertel and the new batting is Captain Rohit. 100. +30 required here from this Nepal team. 133 required for victory. 64 for the loss of 2 wickets. And Larry Edward comes in now to bowl to Bertel. Bertel punches this into the offside. Fielder comes in from that extra cover position, picking it up, and one more to the total. So Captain Rohit Kumar is going to take his first strike. Edwards goes to bowled him. Beauty. Rohit completely beaten, bamboozled, and Nepal has lost the 3rd wicket, a very important wicket in the captain. Rohit Kumar forced back, one that kept low, and lost his stumps in the process. It's a 65 for the loss of 3. And certainly the Windward Island Volcanoes, after some early blows off the bat of Bertel and Asif, pulling things back in this the 7th over. It's now 65 for the loss of 3 as we have a look at the replay a while ago. And new batsman coming in, looks like Sandeep Jura. So Jura to join Bertel. Kushal Bertel. And Larry Edwards, and this is first over. Striking for the Windward Islands, and much to the pleasure of his captain and his teammates. And we'll continue in this, the 7th over. To bowl to Jura. Sundeep Jura. Just having a look at the field, and now settles as Edwards moves between the umpire and the stumps. And this one wraps on the pad, is allowed appeal, and he's out. LBW. Larry Edwards picking up his 2nd wicket in 2 balls. And much to the amusement of the spectators present here at the Park Hill playing field, the Volcanoes with 2 quick wickets, at 65 for 4. And Nepal certainly in a bit of a bother. They've lost their captain, Rohit, with 1 delivery. And there we see Jura, also 1 delivery. And 2 wickets and 2 balls. He's on a hat-trick, Larry Edwards. And we now see the new batter coming in. Very tall player he is. And it looks as if it's Gulshan Kumar, the new batsman, to join Kushal Bertel. .65 for the loss of 4 Nepal. And this is the 7th over, being bowled here by Larry Edwards. Maybe just writing a new script as far as this game is concerned, Edwards. Because prior to this over, Nepal, they were really tearing into the attack of the Windward Islands. Redhead certainly came in for some stick, but he bowled a beautiful slow ball to pick up the wicket of Hasif. And Larry Edwards, of course, since then has picked up 2 additional scalps. He's now on a hat-trick as Gulshan, tall figure he is. And still some adjustments being made by Captain Milius. Now we see short mid-wicket being put in place. As a matter of fact, he's going to go into a mid-off position. Lead mid-wicket as Edwards comes in now and bowls to Gulshan. Gulshan is right in behind this one, avoiding the hat-trick. And importantly, no further loss for Nepal. Score now 65 for the loss of 4 in the 7th over. Larry Edwards. Comes in now to bowl to Gulshan. Gulshan is back on across and plays it into the offside. Point comes into play and gets the ball quickly back into the keeper's gloves. Total remains at 65 for 4. Larry Edward into Gulshan, and Gulshan works it into the onside. So that's the end of a very good over, productive over there from Larry Edwards, picking up 2 wickets in the process. Very importantly, slowing the run flow, restricting the Nepal team. They're now 65 for the loss of 4, and certainly some repair work to be done by Gulshan and Bertel. I'm now being rejoined by Cecil Charles, and certainly the match well poised.
Very much so. 65 for 4 at the completion of 7 overs. I think Nepal would have some work to do, and certainly one would anticipate a partnership here between the 2 batters. And we see there's going to be a change in bowling at the northern end.
It is a change in bowling. Red had been replaced. He would have picked up the wickets of Asif in his previous over, and being replaced there at the northern end. Descarte. So Descarte, a new bowler, and had a fairly good innings, Descarte.
And the Windward's actually posting a pretty decent total.
Yes, 196. And Descarte, along with Captain Melius and wicketkeeper Douglas it is, marshalling their forces. So we await the start of this, the
8th over.
8th over, as Descarte, medium pacer, comes in now, bowls to Bertel, wraps him on the tight pad. He was looking to work it through the onside and gets to the pitch of it, so to speak, and rattled on that thigh pad. Total remains at 65 for the loss of 4. And of course, we had some aggression from Asif. And Bertel has certainly shown that he can do it when required. As Descartes now comes in now, bowls to Bertel. Bertel drives down to mid-off. Fielders quickly onto it. Bert's a single. And good cricket there by the Windward Islands.
Well, good cricket thus far, and Descartes seemed to hit the spot immediately, not giving him that freedom to free his arms. And he would want to finish very strong. I think Windward would like to have a pretty decent over here to just put some pressure more on Nepal.
Well, let's see what happens with this delivery. Descartes ends, bowls. Bertel works it into the, well, he's looking to probably get that into the point region. And ball in the end just there to the wicketkeeper. Total remains on 65 for the loss of 4.
So 3 dots on a row. Very interesting indeed at this particular juncture of the game.
Yes. Descartes. Right arm medium bowls and works into the onside. Mid wicket is off the boundary, and a good return coming into the gloves of the keeper there.
There was Hodge very quickly off the fence, covering grounds like a hare, and rifled that back to the keeper and keeping it down to a single. So really not having runs turning over as we saw in the Windward's innings. They were turning over the singles, turning over the strike. But Descartes so far in this over, 4 deliveries, just the 1 run off the over. He would want to finish very strong, 66 for 4.
So Descartes is asking the cover to come a little bit more square, if you can say that, and he'll now ask the mid wicket to come wrong a bit. Comes in now to bowl to Gushal. Gushal just works it into that point position. Good work there from Captain Melius, and restricting the score. Still on 66 for the loss of 4. So it's really a nice, decent over thus far.
Yes, so 5 deliveries, 1 run, and certainly he would want to ensure that there's no boundaries hit at this particular stage.
Descartes is having a bit of a conversation there with Melius with regards to the field adjustment, and in his opinion the long off should remain, but Captain Melius is asking him to come into that looks like a mid-off position, bringing him off the fence and now pushing back the long on. So here comes Descartes now to bowl to Gushal. And this one beats him outside the off stump. The end of a wonderful over there from Descartes.
Extremely good over. Just giving her a single. And you can see good carry to the keeper. Certainly the surface getting good bounce, good carry. And the keeper appreciating that. But the Windward's really tightening the screws here on Nepal at the completion of 8 overs, 66 for 4. And really, I think we want to see something here from the Nepalese, and let's see who is going to pick it up from the southern end. So right hand, left hand combination. So left arm in bowls, but it goes back. So that bobbles back to the bowler. There's no run. So things are kept very tight indeed. Larry Edwards, Windward's bowls. Again, he goes back and he hits it in the air down to long on, who comes off the boundary, keeps it down to a single. And the total goes on to 67. So runs now down to a trickle. And bright sunshine here at the Park Hill playing field. Lovely conditions, nice cooling breeze blowing across the ground. One can see the flags fluttering in the breeze, and the left-handed batter Golbin comes in. He flashes at that, misses outside the off stump, taken cleanly by the keeper standing up, and there is no run. So Edwards keeping things rather tight. Yes, he's in with fourth delivery. He goes back, bangs it out to backward point, knocked down there by the man at backward point. They go through for a single. Total now on to 68. So 68 for 4. We are in over number 9. And really, the Windwards really tightening the screws here on Nepal. As Bertil comes back into strike. Edwards between the umpire and the stumps. He goes back. Edwards feels to his own bowling. And there is no run. So just 2 runs so far in this over, Anthony, with just a single delivery remaining.
Yes, and really and truly, the Grenadines have pulled it back nicely, really putting a grip on the...
And that's a Yorker length. He digs it out. Well bowled.
Yes, putting
and
a halt on the
again, that's the end of a very, very good over indeed. I think the last 2 overs, just 3 runs coming off the last 2 overs. Nepal find themselves under pressure.
Certainly a lot of pressure here this afternoon in the hot sun here at the Park Hill playing field. It's now 68 for the loss of 4. This partnership a very important one as they look to surpass that total of 197. They would have lost some 3 quick wickets, captain included, Captain Rohit, and Gulshan and Bertel, who's been there since the start. He's not out on 31, I believe. Will need to stay there, soak up a bit of this pressure and try to get Nepal as close as possible, possibly over the line here this afternoon.
Definitely. So Descartes will continue from the northern end as the wind was looking to really make further inroads into Nepal's batting. And he's driving in the air, short of the man at mid-off. Return comes in, tame return really. And what first looks rather suicidal in the end got in very safely. Total goes on to 69 for 4. We are in over number 10. And Asif Hooper covering grounds, fielded nicely, but I think was a weak return to Descartes, allowing the batter to get in. So Descartes comes into Bertil, who is flashing that down to third man. Beats third man on the bounce for 4.
Well, when you go at it as hard as possible, and so did Bertel on that occasion. Took the outside edge and it flew past the keeper and past that third man position, 4 runs to Nepal.
Well, Descartes gave him the room to free his arms, and he really went at it hard on the bounce and went flying past third man and into the fence. And his good delivery, and he has to defend. Extra cover covering grounds, and feels well. There is no run. And Descartes, with a smile, seemed to be enjoying his work. Had a very good first over, conceding 1 run, and now trying to tighten some screws on Nepal's batting. 73 for 4. We are in over number 10. And he's swinging at that high in the air. Find like he's coming around. Will he catch it? No, he clears the fence for 6. Top edge and a small ground. Asif Hooper was looking to get underneath it, but it sailed over his head and into the rails at the Park Hill Pavilion for 6. And the total now on to 79, but he was looking to work it. He got a top edge and he got the maximum that he deserved.
Without a doubt, it was a well-taken shot there from Bertel. He's been the aggressor. He's on to 42.
So here is Descartes. He's down the track and he's lifting that high and hard. That would clear the fence. This is another 6. Huge hit.
So Bertel now deciding that I'm going to take it to the bowlers, and he's throwing the kitchen sink more or less, but playing some good constructive shots in the process.
Very good shot. And he used his feet, got there, and he lifted it over the long off fielder, clearing him by a distance. And umpire Butler just examining the ball, now tosses it to Descartes. who has gone for some runs in this over. And here he is. Good delivery, guys. It out to backward point. Melius has a throw, misses, and had that struck, he would have been gone by the mile.
Without a doubt, he was way out. But Melius, unfortunately, wasn't able to get ball onto stumps, and one more run added in the process.
So a pretty fruitful over indeed there for Nepal. I think some 17 or so runs coming in that over. So 86 for 4 at the completion.